Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I want to congratulate my honourable friend for securing this important debate, and I draw attention to the entry to the Register of Interest for a visit to the occupied Palestinian territories with medical aid for Palestinians and the Council of Arab-British Understanding. Madam Deputy Speaker, I rise here today as a friend of Palestinians as well as Israelis, like many, and I'd say all members across the House. But the conflict between Israelis and Palestinians has meant suffering on all sides for generations, and regional instability, and of course insecurity for Israelis as well as Palestinians. And in Gaza, 80% of civilians depend on international humanitarian relief. Former Prime Minister David Cameron described in 2010 the blockaded Gaza Strip as a prison camp. The situation hasn't improved much since then. In fact, it's got worse. And the plight of Palestinians, because of restrictions to freedom of movement, freedom of access to work, opportunity, healthcare, education, has made matters worse for them. And last year, when I visited the occupied Palestinian territories, what was very clear was that the situation has got progressively worse. And the battle of survival, the daily battle of survival, the daily battle to get to work, to get through checkpoints, is exhausting to observe, never mind to live through. And that is why it's imperative on all of us to work together to ensure that the Palestinians have a right to statehood, and our government to commit to that and do all it can to ensure that there's a genuine peace process to provide security for Israelis and a two-state solution and the right to Palestinian statehood. But, Madam Deputy Speaker, the Trump plan, the so-called Trump plan, and the annexation threat by the Israeli government has put all of that in jeopardy and has taken us backwards. We need our government to fight for an end to the occupation, an end to illegal settlements, an end to demolition orders, an end to the barriers that prevent Palestinians and Israelis being able to live side by side in peace and security. We need the international community to redouble its efforts to ensure a genuine peaceful settlement can be reached. The Trump plan is far from that. That is why it's important that our government fights for a permanent commitment to preventing annexation, not just a temporary reprieve. That is why we need our government to act as an honest broker, not to take sides. That is why we need our government to play the role that the world desperately needs us to play with other partners to ensure peace and security in a troubled nation, in a troubled region. It is imperative on all of us to work together to make that happen in a genuine way. Thank you.